read a piece that I just found extremely fascinating that I read on last night, and it goes like this. It's called Baggage Claim. Not long ago, I took a flight to Orlando, Florida to visit some friends. We arrived, and while we were waiting in line to get our baggage, we were told our luggage was left at the departing airport, but it would arrive later that day. As you can imagine, we were quite upset and not very kind to the airline staff. How could that happen? Some of us, including myself, even threatened to file complaints. I went back to the airport about 4 hours later, and after waiting another 45 minutes, I claimed my baggage. It was all there, all together, no damage. By the end of the day, my anger had subsided, and I completely forgot about filing a complaint. Getting my stuff back and spending time with my friends eased my anxiety and erased my frustration. Let's look at this from another vantage point as it relates to relationships. Life happens, and sometimes things go wrong. The changes may not even be our fault, but we leave each other. We are now traveling alone, and the sad part is sometimes we don't know it. It wasn't my fault my bags were left. I didn't even know they were left until someone told me I'd have to wait for them. Nevertheless, they were left, and I had to go back and get them. Have you left your spouse, even though you're still living together and even sleeping in the same bed? Perhaps the fight wasn't your fault. Or maybe you and a family member had a disagreement and you haven't spoken to each other in days, or perhaps weeks, months, and sometimes years. Maybe that disagreement wasn't your fault either. Or maybe there's that coworker or that friend. Y'all once talked daily, but now you hardly speak to each other. It wasn't your fault either, though. Perhaps that person violated your trust. Or perhaps you left your faith, left the church because your prayers weren't answered in the way you expected them to be. And besides, you didn't trust the pastor anymore anyway. I was anxious about my baggage during that 4 to 5 hour wait. I had good reason to be anxious, too. Those things belonged to me. They were things I chose to travel with, things I wanted, and things I needed. So I was happy to go claim them. I didn't hesitate. Your relationships belong to you, and yes, maybe it wasn't your fault that the relationship hit trouble or ended, but that's your stuff, so go get it. Go get that spouse, the one you chose to travel with in life. Go get that family member, your mom, your dad, your sibling. You need him or her. Go get that coworker or that friend. And yes, and just as importantly, go get your faith. Reclaim what's yours. You may be surprised. Your anger, your anxiety, and your frustration may all go away, just as mine did over my lost baggage. When you are spending time in that relationship with that person or your faith, go claim your stuff. I absolutely love that piece. Absolutely, Glenn. I mean, you rock with this book, I'm telling you. So, for the listening audience who's out there, we're talking to Ms.